your feet. These stinking pigeons and the state of the bathroom that can't live with.
Look, Vera, love, Vera. He's chucked his job, he's chucked his digs, he's virtually ditched his bird. Are you trying to tell me this is a rational man? So tell me why am I coming in for all this stick?
Because there's only you. Makes the house a flaming pigsty.
Oh, you weren't missed out on his picking and poking because he had a go at your cooking, didn't he?
No, he hasn't. All he said that with my salad wasn't so hot.
He said your spuds weren't so hot neither. Let's face it, there's not a lot left after spuds, is he?
Yeah, but that's one of his good points. He speaks his mind, does Curly. He's honest. Look, he raises the tone. I mean, we've lost our territory to God knows what. Well, Curly fills a gap. I mean, it might not be flesh and blood, but it makes me feel needed, and that's what I like.
I need you.
Oh, aye, once a month after a Channel 4 film.
Oh, just that, no.
Well, what then?
All sorts.
What?
Everything.
Exactly, everything. Is that supposed to make me feel good, eh? I mean, at least Curly's doing something with his life. And I reckon a lad like that, he needs a bit of extra looking after.
Yeah, he asked me, sheltered flaming housing he wants, and on his flaming bike.
Look, you'll give that lad an hard time. You could find yourself living in here on your own, and then you'll have to do everything for yourself.
Morning.
Oh, morning, Curly, love. Egg and bacon suit, yeah?
Yeah, fine.
Ah, right.
You got a paper?
Oh, slip down to the shop, Jack Lowe. Get a lad of paper.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Paper, was it you wanted? Would you like a big one or a small one?
Well, I'll have the Guardian if it's my turn to choose. Phone, Jack. Oh, thanks, lovey. Lovely.
Hello. It's for little Lord Fauntleroy.
Carburetor's my guess. There's a blockage in there somewhere.
Well, can it be fixed?
Can you afford it?
Well, I was wondering, like, you know, to let me have a go myself. Do a kind of swap.
For what?
Well, I use your gear in exchange for a few days' labour.
Sorry, mate. I'm the only labourer I need around here. Besides, this wants a proper looking at. Somebody who knows bikes.
Okay. Thanks. Title, what?
What did you expect?
Well, all that gear, it wouldn't have cost him out, would it?
You don't look old enough to have an experience for that kind of thing. And now we've got to lug that thing everywhere we go.
Yeah, well, not if I can help it. Are you going to help me or what?
What if someone finds it?
Well, we find it, don't we? Right now, I've got other things to worry about, like you.
Don't blame me, Steve. If you'd looked after the money better, we'd still be all right.
Well, it's not my fault they charge a quid or more for a grotty burger, is it? And anyway, you spend the money with me.
You're always snapping at me.
I'm doing my best, right? And all you seem to do is moan. You have to go back to that house, it's got rats. I'm sick of walking all day. We're roughing it because we don't have a choice. We can't go home, so we're just going to have to make the most of it. Oh, look. I'm sorry. We're just going to have to be a bit more positive, that's all.
Let's say I'm starving. What do you think that's negative?
Hello. How's things?
No news.
Well, I just wanted to warn you. Watch your back. Percy Sugden's on the warpath. I think he smells something going on, but don't tell him anything.
I don't really care about Percy Sugden, to be honest.
Oh, you know, you're too young for all this responsibility, Flip.
That's of my own making. I had to call Mum and Dad last night before the police got to them. I don't think they'll ever forgive me for letting it all happen behind their backs.
Give over. You couldn't say why Joanne and Steve ran off any more than the rest of us. Hey, I tell you what, let's go for a little walk. Can't be good for you know, them four walls.
No. You're right.
I'll just go and get my coat.
Hello?
Hello? Mr. Khan here.
Oh, hello.
Is Felicity there?
No, I'm sorry, she's not in at the moment.
Well, when she comes in, tell her I'll be up there tonight, will you?
Yeah, I'll tell her.
Joanne! Joanne! Bring the bags for on.
Why? What happened?
I've got us a job.
Oh, that's great.
Well, it's only 190 now, but he's living. They look desperate for help.
What did you tell them about us?
But all he wants to know is if we'll do the job.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Oh, you get days like that.
Like what?
Well, it's your toothbrush and you're ready to go back to bed.
You know what you need, Betty? Ice cream and a toy boy. That'll fetch your colour back.
Give over. I was thinking of nipping into town and getting a new frock or something.
Always been your problem, Betty. You've always been too easily satisfied.
No, we're just saying similar to Phyllis. Some people need more than others. Mind you, that's life, isn't it?
We were just talking about insurance policies.
Oh, in general, you know.
No, I don't. If you didn't want it, you shouldn't have bought it.
No, Bet, love, you misunderstand me. I bought that because I love you. You needed proof, remember?
I wanted things evening up. I asked for an assurance, not the flaming Magna Carta.
Hypothetically, Phyllis, if the only way you can really prove you love someone is to leave them well stashed when you keel over, and so be it.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
I think it's enough. Yes, love.
I'm telling you, he had knelt before he came to us.
Give over, Jack. You're making Curly sound like an old Labrador.
No, Labradors. They've got more sense, more loyalty. That little tiger just used us to get what he wants.
I thought it was the other way around. I mean, Vera would never have got that job at Better Buys if it hadn't been for Curly.
And you know why, don't you? So he can come the high and mighty at home. He's got a hold over her. You know, he treats her like dirt, yet she would die for him.
I find it hard to imagine we're talking about the same people, actually, Jack.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you. Here.
Deirdre?
Yeah.
White wine and soda, please.
What was I telling you? White wine and soda?
And get one yourself, I'm celebrating.
What? Adolescence?
No, I've just won an industrial dispute. I am now officially Deputy Manager, Weatherfield Branch, responsible for new technology. And it means an extra 20 quid a week, so get one yourself.
Ah, well done, Curly. I knew I shouldn't believe these vicious rumours that you'd risen above your station. I'll see you.
Does this mean you'll be stopping on at our place, then?
Well, why should it? I think that's a totally different thing, don't you? I think the decision whether to stay or go rests on the evidence of improvements.
Bit strong, that, wasn't it, for a lad in specs?
Well, if you've got to make a point in this life, Alec, there's no point skirting around the edges. This is something I've discovered late in life, but it stood me in good stead so far.
Oh, it's all part of some master plan, is it?
Yeah, it's a tactical revision of circumstances. Now, if everyone tackled the life like that, there'd be a lot less misery.
I see.
I mean, I've got my job back, with knobs on. Jack started cleaning the bath, and Vera has stopped interfering in my life. Cheers!
Prost.
Well, there must be something in it.
She gets the lot if he goes, an endowment policy.
Well, I've not seen that MacDonald lad since the police were at his front door.
Cost a fortune. But he didn't begrudge a penny, because he loves it.
I mean, anything could happen. He could be in prison for all we know. Always said he had it in him. See if we can find out, eh?
Have you written a will, Percy?
Have I what?
Well, for your loved one, you know, who have you left it to, Percy?
I've left nothing. There is nobody.
KPs, kitchen porters, making sure food staff have everything they need. Ever done salads?
I have.
Well, you'll be shown how to do most of it, pick the rest up as you go along, but basically keep this place clean and tidy. Debbie, answer customers back again. You're out the door, right? Last but not least, once you've started, if I see it in this state, I'll be down on you like a ton of bricks.
Washing up?
Priority 1.
Oh, we don't mind doing that, do we?
Right, I'll show you where you'll be keeping. You'll get used to it. $150 an hour with accommodation is not bad going, you know.
I thought you said 190.
I thought you said you had experience. It's a Manchester accent, isn't it?
Round there, yeah.
And you just decided you wanted a taste of fresh air, did you?
No, we're staying at my auntie's in Penrith. You know, got a bit bored.
Accommodation's entirely your responsibility.
Yeah, well, we're both house trained.
No guests, no music after 11. Not that you'd want to if you're getting up at 6.
6?
Breakfast. We don't just dish out cornflakes, you know. Not the Ritz, but like I say, it's staff responsibility.
No, it's fine. It's a bed, isn't it? What do you think?
Where's my room?
Well, call it his and yours, or yours and his. Either way, belongs to both of you.
I needed to get out more than I thought. Where have you been? Well, didn't Mavis call and let you know?
Oh, yes, she did, but that was over 2 hours ago.
What's happened? It's Joanne.
No, it's not. Your dad's phoned. He's on his way up. That's all he said, and then he just slammed the phone down.
Thanks, Bet, I need that.
Is Mavis still pestering? You want to tell her once and for all she's too old to be a cheerleader. And anyway, they don't make uniforms in her shape.
If that were all.
What then?
Well, it's not Mavis, but on Guide's Honour, that's all you get it.
Come on, read me.
Sorry, I promised. Suffice it to say it's on home ground, and my Claire Rayner's running out of steam. Cheers.
Hey, Rita, thanks for that, love.
No problem. They invented Chinese rumours round here. I know when to keep it shut.
There's some you just can't batten down, though. I mean, that Percy Sugden, he's such a nuisance.
Ignore him. He's harmless. I mean, his game these days is to invent rumours and then count the days till they come back to him. Can I buy you a drink?
No thanks, love. I've got to nip home before I go back to work. But thanks anyway, love.
Hey, Steve will be all right, you know.
Well, he'll be a very yucky young man then. Thanks, love. Bye.
Yeah. My God, he's really done it.
Of course I did.
You actually got more money?
I never doubted I wouldn't. You see, I had the stamina to stick it out. You know, I held me ground. Mind you, I was on very firm ground, even if I say so myself. So, here, cheers to me.
Yeah, cheers, girl.
mate.
You deserve it. Well, I never thought I'd get away with it, mind, but there you go.
Well,
there you go. Kimberly, shouldn't you be at work?
Yes, I should. Only I'm not feeling very well, and you know why that is, don't you? Because I can't believe what a complete pig I've been going out with.
Now, hang on.
No, you hang on. I've stood by and I've watched you turn into some kind of animal who thinks people are just things to be trodden on.
Well, actually, Kimberly, I think you ought to sit down and start making sense.
I don't know where you get your ideas from, but I certainly know where you can shove them. Goodbye, Mr. Watts. We're finished.
Oh, yes, I get your drift now, Curly. Tactical revision of circumstance, very impressive. Yeah. Get him a towel, Betty.
What do you think you're playing at?
Me?
Why didn't you ask for separate rooms?
Solly, Addy said so. Take it or leave it. Do you want to leave it?
Well, I'm not sleeping in the same bed.
Fine, I'll keep on the floor.
How do you know there's any floor space free? You'll probably find that's where the porters are sleeping.
You know, I'm sick of you. We came out here to rough it. This is luxury compared to what we expected, and you're still giving it that.
Well, I don't trust you. You've already tried it on once.
Yeah, and you said no, so I backed off.
Oh, yeah. For how long?
To be honest, I'm not that bothered anymore, because it's obviously more trouble than it's worth.
Hey, you can do that in your own time. Sort the soup out, and you get rid of some of this rubbish. You have to shape up if you're expecting to be paid for it. You're not at home now, you know.
Before they disappeared, are you sure Steve said nothing to you?
Well, he said a lot of things, but not much about running away.
You've no idea at all where they might have gone?
Nope. We didn't share that many secrets. Doesn't matter what anyone thinks, we still don't get on.
I know she's mean, but I'd rather she didn't know all the details. She'll just worry herself sick. Hello.
Hi. You come with some news?
No, except my dad's coming up from Canterbury. He's going to want to know why I didn't contact the police earlier. And if you don't mind, I'd rather he didn't know that you were pushing for it. I mean, I'm not asking you to lie for me or anything. It's just that, if he asks, I just rather you didn't tell him.
Listen, don't worry, love. Look, we'll skate round that, won't we? Now, look, you've nothing to blame yourself for, love.
Andy, put the kettle on. They'll be all right. I know they will. If something had have happened, the police would have been in touch.
If they're all right, then why haven't they called? I'm going home. I'm sorry about all this.
Felicity, stay.
I'll see her out.
You did stay by the phone, didn't you?
Yes, of course I did.
Well, you know, that kid's right.
Don't say that. Steve will be all right. I know he will.
Yeah. What about us, eh? Eh? I mean, all right, are we? Oh, I hope that young man knows what he's putting us through.
What are you doing?
What does it look like?
Oh, come on, I didn't mean it.
Get off me.
Oh, you're mad. There's not to go home to but trouble, you know.
Yeah, well, maybe that's better than what's going on here. Like I said, I don't trust you. And I'm fed up.
Is that it, then? Like a kid running back to mummy and daddy?
You keep doing that, don't you? Keep saying how immature I am. Well, you're the one that needs to grow up, Steve. Living rough, making out. You sound like a first year on a camping trip. It never sank in, did it, why you ran away? You only did it because you couldn't get your own way at home. You're pathetic, Steve.
No, I didn't.
Because of a bit of a hassle between you and Andy.
Well, I didn't do this on my own, did I? You were just as keen.
Big difference is, I did it for a laugh. You did it because you felt sorry for yourself and still do.
None of this is good enough for you, is it? I'm not good enough for you.
All I know is it was one of the biggest mistakes I ever made in my life. Excuse me.
Joanne! Joanne, how will you get home?
It's my problem.
Well, don't tell them, will you? Don't say where I am, please. Joanne!
I'm really glad you came. Would you like to go through? Jack and Vera, they promised to stay out later.
There's nothing I've got to say I wouldn't say in front of Vera.
Yeah, well, maybe I've got something I want to say. I've made a quiche. I hope that's all right.
I had cheese for dinner.
So she not turned up yet then?
Well, not when we came out, she hadn't.
It'll serve the little rat right if she stands him up and nails him up to us all a favour.
I'm warning you.
I'll give the lad a chance. At least he's trying to put things right, innit?
Well, he's going to have to do a lot more than just cook a meal to cover his tracks recently, innit?
Anyway, I can't wait to see what he looks like with a broken nose and quiche on his head.
Oh, I feel sorry for him. I mean, you can't blame him for putting his foot down, can you? Don't you ever get days, Jack, when you just feel like somebody's rubbing rag and you feel like telling them all to shove off?
Me, if I've got a grievance, I've got something to say, I get it said, don't I?
Under his breath, usually. Wouldn't stand up to Alf Roberts when he overcharged Rob Slade,
Yeah, well, that
though.
was different, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, if I ever have a near growth, I'll just send Kimberly in there from now on.
Hey, now listen. She surprised me, her. When I first met her, she wouldn't say boo to a goose. Anyway, fingers crossed she brings him back to his senses.
No, you see, Curly's the enemy within. But nurtured by the working classes, and then John Lee's with the gaffers, and they're a dangerous breed. They turn on their own, that lot, you know.
Am I the only one serving? Folk want drinks.
Right, I'll be in a minute.
And if you keep masquerading as working class, you'll get us nailed for trade descriptions. Move it!
She wants reminding where she comes from, I know.
Steroids wear off or what?
No, just contemplating on what seems to be the most important thing in life. Money. to some people, any road.
Alex, stop it. If that damned insurance policy cuts that deep, trade it in for a personality.
Oh, no, it's too late for that now. I've signed the direct debit. Costs more to ditch it than keep it alive, until I die, that is, and then all your worries will be over.
Cut it out.
You started it.
And I'm finishing it. If I hear one more word about that policy, you're dead anyway, and your money can go down with you. It's gone past a joke.
I don't know.
The only reason it came out as aggression is because I'm not used to it. People who are used to it say what they want, they get their own way, and no one bats an eyelid. Me, I try to put my foot down and everyone treats me like I'm crippin'.
I don't know why I've come, but if you honestly think a broccoli quiche is going to get round me, you've got another thing coming.
I ask you round because I care. I care about what you think, and I care about what I've done to you.
And what does that mean? It's no good you saying you care if you don't know how much.
It means I love you. It means I didn't mean to hurt you. And it means that you mean a hell of a lot to me, Kimberly.
And does it mean you're still coming to Barmouth?
What?
Barmouth, the holiday, is it on or off? What do I tell me mum?
It's on.
Hello, Mr. Khan. Come in. I'm Jenny.
Where's Joanne?
Dad, I'm sorry.
Where has she gone?